What's up, everyone? It's Lynch from I Hate Your Deck, and I felt it was really important to talk about the mission statement for this show. We want to teach people how to lose gracefully. This game is about having fun. It's all about the gathering. Because a big part of why I love Magic is the fact that we get to have a lot of people that come together and play this game and have fun with friends and learn how to hang out with your friends and just have a good time. Because it shouldn't be about winning or losing. It should be about having fun. Life's too short to just get mad and salty about things. And of course, on our show, we like to have fun and throw around a lot of energy. But at the end of the day, we just love playing this game. So, thanks for watching. I Hate Your Deck would like to thank our sponsor, No Pulp Media. It's where we're shooting right now, and it's where a lot of people come to record music or do podcasts. So if you're looking to do that, check out No Pulp Media here in Long Beach. If you really want to support I Hate Your Deck, there's a lot of ways to help support us. Number one way is through Patreon. Patreon is a great place where you get to join our community. We have a Discord where we play a lot of Magic with our friends, and there's such a community of people from around the world in our Discord. So if you want access to our deck list, do you want to play Magic with a lot of people from all over the world and interact or help brew your decks, the I Hate Your Deck Discord through Patreon will help you get all that done. Hey, if you've been liking I Hate Your Deck, hit the like, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notifications when we have new episodes coming out. And we also have bonus episodes. If you want to see those bonus episodes that were too hot for YouTube, join our Patreon to check that out.
Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out, slinging spells. I Hate Your Deck. We want to give you the true LGS experience. We show up, sling spells, and have fun. Now meet our players for this episode.
What's up, everyone? It's Lynch with I Hate Your Deck, and I'm here with some amazing people, and I got our patron coming back for round 2. I just love playing paper Magic with my friends.
Hello, I'm Eiley, also known as RPG Fox. I am Lynch's judge, and I'm here to cause some mayhem and chaos in Discord.
What's up, everybody? I'm Larry, back to hopefully educate everyone through my personal misplays, and here we go.
What's up, everybody? Christian, Patreon, Act Duty Marine. Far less superior mustache than Larry, but here to have fun.
We got the 4 of mustaches!
No.
I just realized it. It's like I put the mustaches on one side of
I
the
did it on purpose. Yeah.
This is Team Mustache, bro.
Team mustache, okay. We're Team Good Hair. All right.
I want to be on that team too, though.
You are on Team Good Hair, dude, unbeknownst to you.
You got the nice gel going on. I didn't style, I just cut. Let's jump into the pregame and Rule Zero conversation. So first thing I want to talk about with this deck is there was a request to have a deck that was fully printed on paper and proxied, and that is this deck. So there are real Magic cards behind the printed cards, but I'll be using the face first printed cards, if you guys are cool with that.
100%.
100%.
So we all talked a little bit before the cameras rolled. We want to go for some spice. So we're playing spicy Magic today.
I like spice.
We're all okay with that.
Yeah, love.
Speaking of spice, where's that hot sauce? I'm gonna get some
I know.
of that.
Sky's coming soon. Once he arrives, we'll have some hot sauce.
I'm not gonna lie, like in the moment last time, it was really cool, and then like 3 hours later, it wasn't as cool anymore. It turns out taking shots of hot sauce, kind of like.
Blame nobody but yourself either. I'll do it because I'm a winner.
Yeah, exactly.
You
solidarity.
Yeah, you know your solidarity shots.
Yeah, and then I suggested winners take a shot of hot sauce.
I like that.
We are.
Let's talk about what decks we're gonna play. So today I'm bringing to the table nice Dimir, John Arenicus?
Arenicus.
Shattered One. At the beginning of the end step, target opponent gains control of up to one target creature you control. Put 2/+1 counters on it and go to the rest of the game, and they can't be sacrificed. And whenever creature you own but don't control attacks, draw a card. So Bad Santa is going to try to give you a lot of gifts that don't hurt me and hopefully just hurt other people.
I like gifts. Gifts are nice.
So he'll give you coal to bludgeon your opponents with?
Exactly.
What are you bringing?
I am rocking Ramos Dragon Engine, 5-color charms. You know, modal spells that are multicolored that will trigger him. So he's a 4/4 flying, and whenever you cast a spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on him for each color among that spell's colors. So if I play a 3-color spell, it puts a trigger on the stack that will add 3 +1/+1 counters to him. His second ability is I can remove 5 +1 counters and add double Wooburg to my mana pool. But I can only do that once each turn. You know, if he does stick around long, I tend to probably run away with the game. One thing
He
I
said
really,
it, not me. I'm just saying.
yeah, you know, it's like a
won
giant
this with
mana
the war.
dork, I think Eiley mentioned earlier. And, you know, on your turn, I could potentially pump like 10 mana into a Sphinx's Revelation or something. Yeah, lots of instants in this deck, lots of like random derpy things. My favorite card ever is in this deck, Rakdos Charm.
Have you ever killed anyone with it?
Oh yeah, believe it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I killed myself with it.
We've learned Larry doesn't lie when he says this.
Yeah, fuck around, find out. You will find out.
What's the Marine bringer?
I'm bringing Zurgo Helm Smasher. He is 2 in a Mardu for legendary Orc Warrior with Haste. He attacks each combat if able. Has indestructible as long as it's my turn, and then whenever a creature dealt damage by Zurgo this turn dies, I put a 1/1 counter on it. He starts off as a 7/2. So this is just a Voltron, put all the equipment on Zurgo, try to kill somebody in one swing. By people at my local game store call this Board Wipe Tribal. So, yeah.
Sounds
Board
like
Wipe
me.
Tribal.
Sounds definitely like me.
What are you bringing?
I am playing Aminatou, the Fate Shifter. She is a planeswalker that does lots of flickering and top deck manipulation. It's Esper control. I'm pretty much going to sit here and hold my hand over the note button for a long time. And then it finishes off by usually going infinite and just doing like some weird 5-card payoff combo. So it'll be fun.
Now enjoy the show.
So let's roll to see who goes first.
Show me the money.
Not me. Me!
I got a 1.
Wow!
Wow, we all got
God.
ones. You're 2-1. Hopefully it's not a
I
foreshadow.
ain't
of
even
what
mad.
happens
That's
with the game.
impressive. Wow. That's really lucky.
Wow.
Everyone's ready to go. I will draw for turn and play a Frontier Bivouac tapped.
Tri-land tappage.
I will play the Sulphurous Mire tapped, and I'll pass the turn.
Double tappage.
Why am I the
Fair
one?
magic. Fair magic.
I'm always the one
Team
playing the
mustache.
Team
non.
mustache. Fair magic.
So Marsh Flats.
Attacking it.
Sure, I'll just do it now. I will go fetch a Grubland and pass the turn.
Okay. I will draw for turn. I will play Morphic Pool. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you have 2 more opponents, which I do. Use this for a black by tapping it. And I will cast, which I love, the Changeling Outcast. It's a fun card.
That's an awfully small lump of coal.
It will get bigger. It's a Changeling. It can't be blocked, which is perfect. It's an unblockable Changeling. And on that note, I pass it to Larry.
That's really good tech. I
Yeah,
like that.
so this will put the +1 counters onto this, and I'll give it to one of you to smack everyone else in the
Yeah,
face.
and it's like a down payment on card draw that nobody's going to remove this dork.
Nope.
Can't sacrifice it either, so yeah.
I will untap, draw. I will play a Yavimaya Coast, taps for generic, or I can have it deal 1 damage to me and tap for either blue or green. I will tap it for green, taking 1 damage. Tap this for blue and cast a Coiling Oracle. When it enters the battlefield, I reveal the top card of my library. If it's a land, I put it onto the battlefield. It's a plains. I get to ramp. I pass.
That's not good. Kill him. First player to ramp.
Kill him
That
with
was
fire.
just like lucky, just a little bit lucky. You know, the 6 lands are like here.
I will play this Dragon Skull Summit untapped since I control Swamp/Mountain. And then I'll tap 2 for a Orzhov Signet. And after that, I will pass the turn.
I do like the art on the summit, though.
Oh, yeah, the dragon
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Durgan.
Durgan. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I am untippity tapping and drawing lay card.
I like how everyone has their own unique like draw patterns.
Play an exotic orchard as my land for
Is it?
turn. It's very exotic.
I can make blue.
You got white, blue.
I will tap for 1 to play a Soul Ring. And then I will tap the Soul Ring for an Arcane Signet. And I will pass.
Okay, untap. I know who I'm hitting next. I'll play an
just
island.
mana,
I'll
no
play an
big deal.
island. I'm gonna go to combat. I will go ahead and I will hit you for 1. Eiley.
Rude.
In the face.
You know it's not nice to hit girls, right?
I apologize. We're all wizards right now. I'm hitting a wizard.
He let you know it was coming too. You could have ducked.
I warned you.
Full disclosure, I think it's good practice to hit the control deck also.
Shh.
Did you pass after
Yeah,
that?
come up with the knowledge. Drop the knowledge bombs, Larry.
Untap, draw, shock a godless shrine.
I'll take your life.
Thank you. And I'll declare battle and plink Eiley for 1.
Oof.
Wow.
Everyone's going for
Self-professed
Eiley.
control deck.
Can't come at me because we're Team Mustache.
I don't want to upset the giant orc here.
This is the first time I'm playing against both these decks.
Really?
Yep.
This is Hulk Smash.
Yeah?
But without green. Yeah. Big smash, dude. I'm sorry, I pass after
He
that.
passed.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw. I will play this Spine Rock Knoll, enters the battlefield tapped, and then when I do, I hide away looking at the top 4 cards in my library, exiling one of them face down. I can cast that card. I can pay 1 red and tap it and play the exile card without paying its mana cost if an opponent was dealt 7 or more damage this turn. After that, I will.
What you're planning to do with your commander? 7 or more.
I mean,
Commander
Durgan's,
7.
you know.
Then I think I will just tap out for a Commander's Sphere. Add 1 mana of any color to my Commander's identity, and I sacrifice it to draw a card. All right, after that, I'll pass the turn.
At the end of the turn, I will tap 2 manas to play Telling Time. I get to look at the top 3 cards in my library, put 1 in hand, 1 on top, and 1 on bottom. 2, 3.
That's a lot for 2 mana.
I put this one
Yeah,
on top.
especially when Aminatou can take
This one.
advantage
stuff.
of
Yeah,
with
the
the top
stuff
of the deck.
what's on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That there.
I love finding the right home for a given card.
This is like such an obscure comment too. Like
I will untap. Upkeep, draw this card, white. So I'll tap this for white to play an Authority of the Consuls. Creatures my opponent's control enter tapped, and when a creature enters under an opponent's control, I gain a life.
I'm not a
No
fan
more
of
haste
that.
for you.
hate that.
No more, not my hasty.
I will play an Underground
It looked
Sea.
expensive.
I'll tap 3, 1 of each color, to cast Aminatou. I will use her +1, which will allow me to draw a card and then put 1 back on top. So draw this card, that one back on top, and I will pass the turn.
Okay, just go ahead and untap. I'll draw for turn. I'll go ahead and I'll hit Aminatou for 1. I will go to second main. I will play a Field Pools.
Fetid. Is it an episode if you don't mispronounce something?
No, it's not. Okay, it's a fetid pool. It comes in tapped, okay? We love it. I'll tap a black and a blue, and I'm gonna cast Blighted Agent.
I'm going to
In fact-
respond to Blighted Agent. All mystical teachings. Search my library for an instant card or a card with flash, reveal it, and put it into my hand. And then shuffle your library, and it has flashback.
That's pretty good.
How big is the agent?
Any responses?
Mystical Teachings?
I'm good.
And it's a common.
Pretty decent card.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone play this. This is the first.
I don't think
this
I've
is the
ever
first
seen
that I
it,
heard
actually.
And
I
love
opened
it.
that like a couple years back, and I was like, man, this is really useful. And then,
And flashback? Mm-hmm. So does that resolve?
yeah.
I pass.
I'll get Crackling Doom.
Seems decent.
Ew.
Put that in my pocket for later, you know.
The whole sacrifice.
That's
card.
gonna go to my hand. I'll untap. Drawing for turn. I will go ahead and play an Arcane Sanctum as my land for turn.
Blighted Agent should come in tapped.
Sorry. Thank you. Authority Consoles.
Then I'm going to declare battle, and I'll attack Aminatou for 1.
Aminatou would take a slap to the face.
Poke. And I will pass the turn after that.
Untap, upkeep, draw, play a Mountain for turn. Tap Mountain to tap Orzhov's Signet. I'll tap Commander's Sphere for a white. I'll float a black mana. and I'll cast Pure Steel Paladin. Whenever an equipment enters the battlefield under my control, I may draw a card and has Metalcraft. Equipment I control have equipped 0 as long as I control 3 or more artifacts.
Which you're 1 away.
I am 1 away.
Real
It
quickly.
does enter tapped.
And Eiley gains a life.
Pay 3 mana
Keeping the integrity of the game.
for
Gotta keep
a
us honest.
Sword of Feast and Famine.
There
it is.
Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from black and green. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card and I untap all lands I control. I will move to equip it to Pure Steel Paladin for free since I control 3 or more artifacts.
You draw the card right from an ETB.
I did not. Thank you very much.
I have no response.
And after that, I'll pass turn.
Untap.
How far away are you from casting your commander?
I could have cast him that turn,
No.
but he just would have came in tapped and it would have been
Upkeep trigger.
just hurts. I'm gonna find something to get rid of that first.
Upkeep, draw. I'll play Drowned Catacomb as my land for turn. I will pay a blue and 1 to cast a Gilded Drake. When Gilded Drake enters the battlefield, I can exchange control of it and a creature an opponent controls. If I don't, I have to sacrifice it. So upon ETB, I will target the Pure Steel Paladin. So you still control the equipment,
Yep.
but I control the creature.
But the equipment
The
is
equipment
still
stays
equipped
on, I
to
have
the
it.
It
creature.
is, yes. I'm gonna flicker Gilded Drake with Aminatou, have it re-enter the battlefield under my control, and I am going to... Yeah, it says flicker a creature you own, not that you control.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'll flicker this, and I don't want that coming at me, so I'm gonna steal the Blighted Agent.
I was gonna give it to you anyways.
At least
Yeah,
you got a
but-
flyer though.
Now I can swing it at you.
It stays tapped, correct?
Yes.
This come in tap for me, or because it was under you?
It came under my control, so
Okay.
it's untapped. I will pass the turn.
Untap. Not as happy as I was.
That was a rude ass play. I like it.
Rude. I will shipwreck because I have 2 or more other lands. It doesn't come in tapped. That should have been untapped.
You have to take care of the Aminatou, otherwise she's just gonna keep linking that, stealing our stuff.
Yeah, I was hitting it before.
I mean, she has enough mana to cast it again next turn anyways, but that's a gross combo. I like it.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I'll tap 4. I'll cast John Erinicus, Shattered One. At the beginning of your end step, target opponent gains control to 1 target creature you control, put 2/+1 counters on it, and tap it. It's goaded for the rest of the game, and it gains this creature cannot be sacrificed. Whenever a creature you control but don't own attacks, you draw a card. So
Does enter tapped.
Trigger authority. I will gain a
does
life.
enter tapped. Then I will go to combat. I'm going to attack Aminatou with the 1, and then I'll Gilded Drake your face for 3 because you're gaining so much life.
Just stop playing creatures. It's a really simple fix.
Because I'm going to go to my end step, and I'm gifting soul.
You're giving me coal is what you're giving me.
Had you
Or
not
him.
done the Drake, I would have given this to you. You were this close.
Hey, I took it anyways, but the most important thing is I can swing it at you.
I'm going to Semper Fi.
Oh.
I'm gonna have the Marine get it, and you get 2/+1 counters on it.
yeah,
It's
I
goaded the rest of the game, and you can't sacrifice it.
I won't. I'll treasure it forever. Thank you.
Treasure it. And that was my end step.
Okay,
your
prior to
turn,
the end of the
Larry.
turn, I will pay 2 and cycle Canyon Slough to draw a card. And then I'll go to my turn. They're here. Oh, that shock a breeding pool. 4 manas and cast Smothering Tithe.
Ooh.
Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player may pay 2. If the player doesn't, you create a colorless treasure. Everybody knows this card, probably hates it more. I myself really hate it.
Personally,
but I'm
I
still
think it's
inflicting
really
this on you.
balanced.
Priority. Are you passing priority?
Yeah.
I'm tapped
Are you
out
passing
playing
priority?
Mardu.
Force of
Got
will?
it. You got it.
Oh,
You
resolved.
got it. It resolves.
Oh man.
This could be the end. This is the
Now
end.
I look like an evil genius.
the end, my friend. The end.
I pass the turn after that.
Doors should make a comeback.
Untap. Upkeep, draw.
Smothering Tithe?
It's starting.
Yeah.
we just talked
there
about
it is.
Everyone hates it.
There it is.
Treasure. Treasure.
Tap 4 mana. I'll cast a Thran Dynamo. Tap it to add 3 mana. Use that 3 mana to equip my sword onto the Changeling Outcast. I'm floating 1 colorless.
Unblockable.
Unblockable, 5/5, discard a card when he deals damage, untap all your lands.
I untap my lands, yeah. All right, I'll move to combat.
I'll move to combat. Moving to combat. You're in combat.
All right.
Welcome
I
to
will
combat.
choose
Or no combat.
5/5 coming at Eiley.
Look, get it, I'm gaining life, but I don't...
And you stole my creature, and you're
someone else needs to
completely
take some damage.
sandbagging
1,
me.
2.
Spread
I
it
want it to
around.
be fair.
I'll untap my lands. Second main.
Is Magic fair?
It can
Not
be.
all the time.
I don't think Magic's fair. It's random and it's cutthroat and it's explosive and popping off, and then cards like Smothering Tide that we're gonna be really mad if we don't start paying for
I'm
that.
sorry.
I'll tap 3, and I'll display a Sword of Hearth and Home. So, equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection for green and white. And then whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, exile up to 1 target creature I own, and then search my library for a basic land card. Both cards under the library under my control. Then I shuffle.
Dropping all the swords like Wu-Tang.
Well, I'm looking, and I technically own that card. So if I can deal combat damage, I can blink that and get it back. So that's the plan. So after that,
Clever play.
I will pass. Sorry, I didn't mean to clap.
Big brain plays. You're clapping for yourself.
brain.
You're like, yeah, I'm happy myself. No one claps for me, I'll clap for myself.
Love to see it.
That's what you gotta do, right? You gotta be the gift you want other people to give you.
You can keep giving me stuff too. That'd be great. Too.
Okay. Bad Santa is gonna keep giving you stuff.
So untap, upkeep, draw. I'm gonna ponder a little bit.
I heard that little excitement in your
maybe.
voice.
Do a spot of pondering.
Yeah, you know it's over here. You're Gilded Drake.
I'm sorry, have you drawn already, Eiley?
Don't ask me this.
Oh! Paying the time.
Respect.
I'll play Watery Grave tapped.
And playing the tap. Watery Grave.
5 mana, 2 of it being white, to cast Dajiru with Eyes Wide Open. It is a 4/3 with Vigilance, and when it ETBs, I can tutor my library for a Planeswalker card. Whenever damage would be dealt to a Planeswalker, prevent 1 of that damage. All good? No responses?
priority.
Yeah, I mean,
No response.
Actually, it's a Planeswalker sub-theme. It's more about using the flicker effects. I'm gonna fetch Venser, the Sojourner. So this will go to my hand.
Good.
it's kind of gross.
Let's keep it in your hand.
Yeah.
Keep it off the board.
Swing your 1/1 Manufactor at you. That will trigger a Renicus.
And then I will draw a card.
Why is he drawing a card?
That's a Renicus' second ability. Whenever a
that right?
creature he
You
owns
own,
but
but
don't
gotcha,
control
gotcha,
attacks, draw a card.
I'll have her read my cards for me.
So you just drew a card and took 1 impact damage.
I took 1 infect.
So you're not paying Smothering Tithe, obviously.
Oh, for that one I can't. Damn it.
Second main phase, nothing past the turn.
Untap.
To be fair, Eiley, I didn't attack you. My little coiling oracle stayed back and decided to block.
You punched my little child friend here. I'm trying to teach
hit
her
a
how
child?
I'm trying to teach her how to live life.
You monster.
That was 2 turns ago, and I specifically want to say that I did stop punching your child friend.
She's showing her that life is hard.
Yeah.
The challenges don't
If you get
come
knocked
easy.
down, you have to get back up.
That's what he's doing.
Yes.
That's a good life lesson.
Oh my
Life
God.
lessons in adversity.
So I'm going to draw and then decide what I'm doing.
Does that include paying for Smothering
That's,
Tithe?
that is exactly what I'm trying to figure out right now. So I think I will go ahead and try to be a smart Magic player. I'll pay for the Smothering Tide. I will go to combat. So I'll hit you, Larry, for 3 in the air.
Okay.
With the Gilded Drake, and then I'll also send. You have.
I have a tapped blocker, but 2 mana open. You wanna fuck around, find out?
This is Team Mustache, homie.
You should have broke out a comb for that.
I have a comb with me.
Next time, just bring the comb.
This mustache doesn't lie.
I'll just do the 3 in the air, Larry, which you took, I think.
Not yet.
Or did you take it? Okay. Second main, I will play Island is land. I'll tap 3. I'm gonna cast Ebon and Blade Reaper.
Cool.
It enters tapped, you gain a life. What it says, whenever Enum Blade Reaper attacks, you lose half your life rounded up. Whenever Ebonade Reaper deals combat damage to a player, that player loses half his or her life rounded up.
I was like, oh, aren't you supposed to play that face down? Nope.
No, you
Nope.
just pass it to somebody else.
That's a big lump of coal.
Yeah, big lump. So,
How big is it?
It's 1/1.
When you attack with it face up, you life chop yourself.
yeah, it's kind of funny.
So you're forced to attack with it, and then somebody's gonna block with it, or just troll you and force you to attack with it again.
It's coding. Oh my god. So I'm gonna go to my end step.
What are you looking over here for?
As I'm trying to figure out who I'm giving it to. Larry, you've declared you've been arch enemy in many circles.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you that. So Bad Santa handing that to you. Hopefully you can get through on somebody. Well, so I'm passing.
Draw for turn.
That resolves.
I'll play a City of Brass. I will pay 6, taking 1 life. Cast Ramos, Dragon Engine.
Dun dun dun.
I will sacrifice 2 treasures, making black and white respectively, and tap this for green, and cast Abzan Charm. I will choose the mode, distribute 2 +1/+1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures. That's going to put 3 +1 counters on Ramos on the cast trigger. Are there any responses?
Nope.
So this is going to resolve and put 2 more counters on Ramos. I will remove 5 counters from Ramos, making 10 mana. I'll use 7 of that 10 mana and cast Dune Blast. I will choose Ramos and destroy all other creatures on cast.
Ramos is also tapped.
Yes. Everything but Ramos dies, and I have 3 mana floating.
You're supposed to be the board white tribal. What happened with that?
I don't like it when
And
other people do it to
I'll
me.
use the 3 mana floating. Doesn't matter what colors, because I'm going to pay a generic mana cost and cycle my Zagoth Trio.
You're completely tapped out now, right?
Yeah.
All right, after you're done cycling, I'm gonna Tragic Slip your Ramos, giving it -13, -13.
I mean, I guess. You know, I thought I was helping you out.
Done.
Okay, we're all getting dunked on today.
Fair play.
Fair,
Destroy
very
mine, I
fair.
destroy yours. It's
Yeah. I passed the turn.
all right. Untap.
It is starting over from
Upkeep.
scratch, but we all
Smothering
have
Tithe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Give me them treasures.
I like gold.
We'll choose not to pay for Smothering Tithe. Orzhov Signet with Mountain. Tap Spine Rock Knoll for the red, and another one for Zurgo. Enters tapped. Then I will use Dragon Soul Summit and Thran Dynamo to equip both swords onto Zurgo. So I'll do it one at a time. So I'm floating 2 mana. Sword or Feast and Famine first. Good. And then
No response.
Hearth and Home. All
No
right.
response.
I got nothing else to do. So, because he is a hasty boy, but he is a tapped hasty boy.
Thanks to
So,
Authority of Councils.
Yeah. So,
Hey, I'm
appreciate
trying to
that
lay
one.
down a little bit of law here. Like things get a little crazy. Untap, upkeep, draw. Shh. Pay for it. Reliquary. This is the first time I think I've ever paid for it this many times. Reliquary Tower as my land for turn. Might need to make a long-term sacrifice for this.
What are you sacrificing? You
Blow up all your lands. No.
6. Teferi, a temporal archmage. Comes in with 5 loyalty, and I will use his +1, which will allow me to look at the top 2 cards of my library, pick one, put it into my hand, put the other one on the bottom. 1, 2.
Really trying to figure out my game plan here.
That one again. And I will pass the turn.
Untap. Come on, give me a soul ring. Nope. All right, I'll play it. That's one.
Sorry, did you pay for the tithe?
I am not.
Oh, yeah, I'm not the only bad guy here. All right, cool.
All right, I'm gonna tap 3 black. 3 doesn't matter, any color.
Would it happen
I'm
to
gonna
be
cast
even?
Hell Carver Demon. 6/6 flying. When Hell Carver Demon deals combat damage to a player, sacrifice all other permanents you control and discard your hand. Exile the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast any number of the non-land cards exiled this way without paying a mana cost.
May I read that?
You may.
I don't
First
want
of all,
that one.
this is the second most metal artwork in Magic the Gathering. This dude is sitting like lounge style on a daybed made of corpses.
And
The wings full spread.
Yeah. For those of you that are curious, Firja, Judge of Valor, is, my opinion, the most metal card in Magic the Gathering.
discard your hand.
Sacrifice all other permanents you
That
control.
includes lands, I
and
think.
this,
It does.
yes, lands are permanents. I want to see a world where you donate this to Eiley. Eiley attacks with it, sacrifices everything, gets a bunch of stuff off the type of her library, and then casts Faith Reward to get it all back.
Oh my god, that would be awesome!
Somehow I feel like you may or may not be running these things. Like Faith Reward, I could see that out of that deck.
Did you get a life when this came in, Tab?
No, because I was too busy laughing because I knew what it was.
And I pass. Yeah, if I'd paid for your Smothering Tide, I could have afforded the spell.
That guy makes Rakdos the Defiler look like hella playable. What is this card? Okay, I'm gonna
Santa,
untap,
love
draw. I will pay 3 and cast a Cultivate. I'll get probably an island of the battlefield tapped and maybe a swamp to my hand.
I mean, this is dangerous,
Yeah.
but...
I can take care of that.
Okay.
Oh, did you hear that?
I'm gonna take that, bro?
I can take care of that. Just
I
don't
will
mess
play
with my
the swamp as my land for turn. I'm gonna pass the turn.
All right.
thing. Untap.
Take it away, Christian.
I will pay for
Smothering Tide.
Smothering Tides. Thank you. I will play.
I think it's more of, as you said before, it's for respect of you as a player and the deck building possibilities you're able to do.
I never see the tithe get paid. I never pay for the tithe.
I try my
It's
best to
so
pay
bad.
for taxes.
On Ristic Study, I feel like it's a must.
I feel like 2 mana though is like quite a bit. Like Ristic Study is a little easier. I'm gonna tap 3 mana for Sunforger.
Oh yeah, you're not in a good spot. Not at all.
I will tap 3 mana to equip it to Zurgo.
Sorry, how much mana do you have remaining after the equip?
I have 2 mana available.
Okay.
Well, I don't like that. What are you trying to do?
You have a Mack truck sitting on your board state, and you know, I just want to know how many hood ornaments it has. That's all.
It is currently at 15-6.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is the somebody possibly getting hosed going to be me?
See, if I do what I want to do, you'd go to 1 life.
You're gonna take that threat?
I don't know that that was a threat. It was kind of a statement of
But
fact.
you have open
but-
mana. It's
Limited
got
cards
pro
in
black,
hand,
green, and
White.
white.
I mean, you know I have a response in my hand that could blow it up.
I don't want to fuck around and find out.
You already know. I tutored for it earlier.
Did you
Crackling
reveal it?
Doom.
Oh, yeah.
Sacrifice
yeah,
the
yeah,
biggest
yeah, yeah,
creature.
And everybody takes 2.
yeah. Move to combat. Lynch, you at the highest life total. Swing for 15.
I had to take 15.
I will go find a basic land of a Hearth and Home. You have to discard a card, and I untap all my lands. So I will find this swamp. I will go second main. I will tap 4 mana for a Balan Wandering Knight.
Just Slitherblade. Discard.
Comes in tapped and I gain a life.
I will pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Wow,
Tax.
there were 3. Yes, because I'm gonna play a Temple of the False God as my land for turn.
Taxes forever.
+1. Look at the top 2. I should take this one. Pay 5 to recast Aminatou. I will use her -1 to flicker to fairy. +1 again, actually.
Okay.
It's a lot of +1ing.
I will pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Urza Saga. Comes in with 1/+1 counter.
I'm sorry, Mike. The Smothering Tithe trigger.
Go ahead. I think I just have to do the smart, safe play. colorless, black, sorcery, make an example. Each opponent separates their creatures they control into 2 piles. For each opponent, you choose one of their piles. Each opponent sacrifices creatures in the chosen pile. So you'll get to put your creatures in a pile.
I think that's a pretty easy choice.
Well, obviously, I'll make you sacrifice
Yep.
your commander, making an example out of your commander.
I foresee womps in your future.
I know, I think I'm gonna get whumped. I think that does it for me.
Prior to the end of the turn, I will pay 5 mana, sacrifice a treasure, lose a life from City of Brass, flashback Mystical Teachings, searching my library for another instant card or a card with flash. I'm gonna grab Sphinx's Revelation.
Yeah, I could.
And then I will go to my turn, untap, draw, Sheltered Thicket as my land for turn, and I will pass the turn.
Untap. We'll just draw a card then.
Would you like to pay Uncle Sam?
I will pay. Float a colorless. Use a black, and I'll read the bones. Scry 2, draw 2, lose 2.
Pay 4?
I won't pay the 4.
Okay.
Yep, scry, draw.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
I will spend 1 mana for a Shadow Spear. Equipped creature has +1/+1 and trample and lifelink. I can pay 1 and permanents your opponent's control, lose hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. Attempt to pay 2 mana to attach all equipment I control to Balan.
It's only 2?
Yep.
Yeah, it's part of his ability, which is pretty nuts.
Move to combat.
Wombat.
How big is it?
12. 12.
Double strike.
As long as it has 2 or more equipment attached to it, it has double strike. 24 coming at Eiley.
Where's my Maze of Ith when I need it?
Triggers Hearth and Home, go to find a land. So I do it twice, correct?
You will.
Yeah.
Big brain play.
Prior to damage, I'm going to pay a red and a black and Rakdos Charm your Sword of Feast and Famine.
Okay.
It's a good sword.
Is that exile or just
destroyed?
Okay. 10, 20.
You're gaining a pile of life too.
I gain
Yeah, that's why I figured you should just
20. I get to go find 2 basic lands, put them on the battlefield, untapped. I will find a mountain and a mountain. I gain 20.
It has pro green and white.
Go green, white.
I didn't want you untapping with all the land.
I mean, you could have just outright killed it, but
I wanted you to take a lump too, you know? Like,
he ramped 2 lands.
I know, but you're playing a bunch of blue and I like my spells resolving. You know, if you're on the back foot, then that means they're more likely to.
All right. Since I can no longer do what I want to do, thanks, Larry, I will pass the turn.
Thanks, Larry.
At the end of the
Fun
turn,
police.
I'm going to pay a
what she was
black
trying to do.
vampiric tutor. So, Mr. Untapped pile of land over there?
Well, my priority first.
True, but you're not the one.
I'll
You're
pass.
I'll pass priority.
I will just tap a white and a red to untap Sunforger and go find a red or white instant with converted mana cost 4 or less. Return to dust.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm gonna take care of that Smothering Tithe.
All right. Gets exiled.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot.
That's graveyard.
Sunforger doesn't just tutor, it tutors and casts.
Yep. So, vampiric tutor, lose 2, tutor for this card. Go to my turn and untap.
Do that.
Draw. Temple of Silence. I will scry.
Didn't like it.
+1 to fairy.
Draw 1, discard, draw 2. Discard.
Look at the top 2, pick 1, and the other goes to the bottom of the library. Shit, I want both of these.
Decisions are tough.
Yeah, they're hard.
I think this is the better choice, because... Alright, this will go to hand 6.
What are you doing with that?
Farewell.
Oh, what are you doing?
Everything except for graveyards.
So in response, I'm going to sacrifice my 4 treasures and have 4 mana floating.
So all artifacts, all creatures, all enchantments.
I will not choose enchantments.
You said it. Take back shot.
Yep.
Fine. Somebody
Take back shot.
give me that hot sauce. It's my turn.
You said everything but graveyards. We asked you multiple times. Courtesy of our sponsor, Uncle Sky's popular demand, sweet potato chipotle hot sauce. Here you go. One
Hook
full
me up,
sauce.
bartender.
That's a good one.
Take it back.
It tastes like pain.
The thrill of victory, the pain of defeat,
Your
hot of sauce. Uncle
This is
Sky.
yours. In case you do more, we gotta keep it by you. That was yours.
She's like, I'll never do a take back counter again.
Next time, you better look at the board a little better, huh?
So in
But
response
this
to
is
this,
resolving is my question.
Yeah, I'm not counting.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to sacrifice Command Sphere to draw a card.
You had such a healthy board state too.
I know, fuck.
and that wasn't even what I tutored for.
Yeah, it's hilarious,
I
Eileen.
think it's
Freaking
funny.
hilarious.
-1 Aminatou to target Teferi.
I'm going to respond.
Targeting Teferi.
I'll respond to the target. I'll use my 4 mana here, 4 and 5. 9 total mana. This 2 is back. I will Sphinx's Rev X6.
So you're drawing 6 cards, gaining 6 life.
Responses?
Is that
Ooh, Pyroblast mana.
Red Elemental?
I wish.
So 6 life?
6 life? Okay, so I will draw 6 cards,
This
gain 6
resolves
life.
before this.
Yes.
In
I'm
response to
waiting.
her targeting, yeah.
Yep.
Funk some brother, check it out now.
Proceed.
Teferi will flicker away and he will come back with 5. I will first pay 5 to play for Venser, the Sage Order.
Yeah.
I will +2 him to exile a permanent that I own. That will be Aminatou. It will come back at the beginning of the next end step. I will -1 to Fairy to untap 4 permanents. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 mana again to cast Liliana Vess.
I'm starting to regret that. Not taking care of that.
I will -2 her to tutor for a card and put it on top of my library.
Forgot Eileen's a bully.
Self-avowed control deck. I'm playing a controlling deck as well. You knew I had a response in hand.
I'm just
And
giving
so
away
you
things.
attacked the control deck. She was able to untap and wreck your board.
I mean, though, who's the real bully? You just punched him in the dome for a lot.
I could have done a lot worse,
Okay, so that'll go
but
there.
I didn't.
I will proceed to end step. Teferi delayed trigger on the stack. I will bring back Aminatou. She will be at 3.
I will untap, keep draw on the main phase. This will go to 2. I will play a Scalding Turn. I'll tap it, lose a life. Go get Watery Grave. Let me double check my hand to see if I'm keeping it in tapped or not. All right, I'll have this come in tapped so I don't hurt myself because I'm already low on life. 4, 5, 6. I'll cast my commander. It'll come in tapped. Gain a life. And I'll go to my end step.
I will untap this unsightly pile of lands, draw for turn, play a Prairie Stream as my land for turn. It enters the battlefield untapped.
I just don't want to
feels
interrupt his
awkward.
thinking because I want him to do something about all of that, and I want max brain power for that to happen.
Then
So
that
he
means
got
I
something.
should talk as much as possible and be as distracting as I can be.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass the turn.
Wow.
So it's a handful of instants or garbage. It could be really either end.
Well, you know that there's a crackling doom, and then there's a bunch of other stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's you.
Draw.
You're Obi-Wan Kenobi for us. You're only
Well,
hero.
I can do something, and there's a reason I didn't do it on my turn. If you cast your commander, I think I might be able to help you. Are there any responses to Big Workman?
You tapped how much for that?
I tap 7 mana total.
Read what he does again.
All right, he has Hoste. Zurgo attacks each combat if able. And then he has indestructible as long as it's my turn. And then whenever a creature dealt damage by Zurgo Helm Smasher this turn dies, put a 1/1 counter on Zurgo.
I'm going to respond.
Hold it in the air so we know it's like on the stack. Let's give some action to it. There we go. It is on. It's floating spell. The tingling still happening in your fingers as the lightning is like shooting onto the teleportation of the creature.
You
Into
just
some
said a lot of
dimension.
words. I'm like, yeah, it does all of that.
So I'll pay 7 and cast Firemind's Foresight. Search your library for an instant card with converted mana cost 3. Reveal it. Put it into your hand. Then repeat this process for instant cards with converted mana costs 2 and 1.
Wow.
That's a really good tutor. That's usually a game-ending tutor.
Yeah, not in this instance,
Firemind
unfortunately.
Foresight.
So I'm going to get Naya Charm, Dimir Charm, and Nature's Claim.
Okay.
What's happening with nothing with Planeswalker Destruction?
I'm hoping the other half of Team Mustache will participate in Planeswalker Destruction.
That I can do.
Also, in response to Zurgo, I'm going to Nature's Claim. You gain 4 life, and I pass priority.
And the portal has opened up, and Zurgo has landed.
So I think the correct play is going at Teferi
For 7, right?
for 7.
The fairy will explode.
Can't do anything else, so I'll pass turn.
Prior to the end of the turn, I'm going to pay 2 and cast Dimir Charm, and I'm going to choose the mode to look at the top 3 cards of target Eileen's library, and then put 1 back and the rest in Eileen's graveyard.
That's fucking rude. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh. Well, what did you tutor for?
Oh, wow. You guys are going to be so glad at all. Put 1 back and the rest into that player's graveyard. Great. So these will go in your graveyard, and this will go back.
Oh, snappy boy.
When do Snapcaster?
Oath of Teferi. I just saved the table like 15 minutes here, guys.
Nice.
Oh, that wouldn't. No, this doesn't
Doesn't it
take.
get
Two activations?
double
It does, but I've gotten really good at this. It wouldn't have been 15 minutes.
I would have killed you way before then.
Anything else?
Nope.
Yeah, a little bit. We still have plenty of Planeswalkers on board.
I wanted the Oath of Teferi, though. Okay, draw this card. What?
Is it good? I left the land on top.
I will go ahead and play this nice fancy planes that Larry decided to leave me.
Hey, mustaches love you. Look at this. Team Mustache.
Those cookie dusters are putting in work.
Cookie dusters?
Yeah, when you eat a cookie, they dust the top of the cookie.
I thought they were flavor savers.
No, that's the beard.
underneath.
Oh. Cookie dusters.
Never heard it called that.
Me neither.
You got a couple of cookie dusters on
It's like the first time I heard weed called the devil's lettuce. I just about died.
Okay, well,
Devil's lettuce and cookie dusters.
what do
I
I
got the flavor
do
saver apparently.
with this planes that you so generously left me? -2.
You see you put them in different decks? What is this?
Yes, they were markers for when I swapped them back between decks.
Oh, that is super smart.
All right, so I will tutor for this carb.
What'd you get?
None of your business.
Oh.
Angel of Despair. It is a flying 5/5. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target permanent. Bye, Zurgo. -1 it to flicker Liliana Vest. So she'll come back with 5 loyalty on her. I will +1.
Draw the card.
Who's got the most cards in hand?
I have 2.
I have 3.
7.
Yeah. It's probably going to be a land. Then I will +2 up to 7 to exile the Angel. So then I will go to end step, bring it back, hitting Arenicus.
I was so excited. 2 times that Arenicus has died.
I will pass the turn.
All right, untap, draw for turn. This goes to 3. Before it dies, I can tap it to float 1 colorless, which I'll do, and I'll probably go get a Soul Ring. Oh.
That's gross.
I found the Soul Ring.
So that's how you search. You just throw your dick and you find it right away.
Dude, there it is. I felt like I just vomited on the table with it. It was like, let me just throw my whole deck on the table. Soul Ring on the table. This permanent over here that can be flickered, how are we going to deal with this, boys?
I'm gonna kill it.
Okay.
With fire or?
And this isn't my dragon deck.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, fuck it. I'll tap out. So, 10, floating. Dwathy Voidwalker. 3/2. Shadow. This creature can block or be blocked by creatures with shadow. If a card we put into opponent's graveyard from anywhere, instead exile it and put a void counter on it. Then I can sacrifice Dwathy and I can cast without paying a mana cost. I will then go ahead and recast my commander. I ship it to Larry, because hopefully Larry can deal with the board state over there.
I'll untap, draw a card.
I feel like this has been a very healthy back and forth game between most of us.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Kaya's Guile, choosing 2. Each opponent sacrifices a creature and exile all cards from each opponent's graveyard.
Ooh.
Good thing I casted 2 creatures.
In which order are they written?
That raises a very good point.
So everyone sacks a creature first and then all graveyards get exiled. Because that's in the printed order. So basically you from top down on mobile cards.
Okay.
So this will be exiled along with it.
All right. So all graveyards exiled.
Yep. Well, all opponents' graveyards.
Oh, right, not yours.
I'll pay 5 and cast Hypersonic Dragon. 4/4 Flying Haste. You may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. I will be declaring the battle. I should be hitting Liliana, right?
I can take care of Venser.
I wouldn't be killing either Planeswalker. I could kill Aminatou, and that's it.
Yeah.
Declare attackers. Hypersonic Dragon will be attacking Liliana for 4. That will be my turn.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep, draw. I will Vault of Champions. Comes in untapped unless I control 2 or more opponents. 1, 2, 3. You got it.
Fair magic.
8, 9.
What if one of your opponents is also a member of Team Mustache? Does it still enter?
I mean, you're technically an opponent. You're like a friendly opponent, you know?
Like enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Crumb duster?
Oh, cookie duster.
Cookie duster.
Cookie
Yeah.
Duster.
All right, well, this cookie duster will send his Zurgo at Venser.
Look, Venser doesn't want to be part of the cookie dusting.
He's dusted.
Yeah. He can't grow him. We don't know him.
He's going
Get that no facial hair
Get
outta
dusted,
here.
bro.
Get that
dusted.
smooth face out of here.
He's going to Valhalla, tossing salads.
They probably do that in Valhalla. You know,
You have heard some of the stories about Loki, right?
Norse god of mischief.
I'm sure.
Has big horns on his head. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about the show.
Oh, no. Like just the
real
mythology
the real
of
Loki,
him.
not the Marvel.
I have nothing further, so I'll pass the turn.
Your turn?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Untap, draw.
You gonna search for something?
What's the point? What do I need? Actually, I think you exiled my graveyard.
Yeah, you did.
We need lots of things in life.
All right. Well,
Or a minimalist says you don't need anything.
4 mayonnaise to cast Felidar Guardian.
Oh, it's win phase
What
now.
is it doing again?
When it enters battlefield, I may exile a permanent that I control and return it to the battlefield under its owner's control.
Wait, does that go infinite with your commander?
I need something else.
Yeah, she needs one more piece.
When this enters battlefield, I will flicker away Liliana Vez. -2 her. Tutor a thing.
Yeah.
This will go here. I will -1, flicker the Felidar Guardian, flickering Aminatou. +1. Doesn't matter because I have to put it back. So I will +1 just to put her at 4,
Yep.
and that will be it.
Untap. Draw. Why you gotta tempt me like this? 8, 9. I think I'll do this instead. I'm gonna play what I just drew, Ristic Study.
Ristic Buddy.
You're 58.
Go ahead, take me.
I'm just gonna hit you for 3.
Yep.
And then I'll pass.
Prior to the end of the turn,
I'll be blue.
I'll pay 3, one of which is City of Brass, so I'll be taking 1. I'll tap the city for green to cast the spring half of Spring to Mind, searching my library for a basic, putting it onto the battlefield tapped. It'll be an island. Then I will untap,
Deep thoughts with Jack Candy.
Drawing for turn. I'll declare battle and attack Ailey for 4. That is going to be my turn. I pass.
All right, untap. Upkeep. Play Hammer of Nazan. Whenever Hammer of Nazan or another equipment enters the battlefield under my control, I may attach that equipment to target creature I control. Equipped creature has +2/+0 and has indestructible. So I'm going to move to equip it to Zurgo.
Are you paying 1 for Rustic Study?
I will pay 1 for Ristic Study. Move to combat 9 at Aminatou.
Aminatou?
Yeah, that one. The one that flickers stuff and is a combo with this.
Sure.
Okay. Second main, I will cast Chandra's Ignition. Target creature I control deals damage equal to its power to each other creature and each opponent.
Huh.
So I will deal 9 to each creature and each opponent.
I don't want to lose my commander because I've lost it so many times this game. So I'm going to respond. I'm going to tap 4. Oh, I only tap 3. 1 less for each. I'm going to discard Otawara, Soaring City, to put my commander back in my hand.
Okay.
And it costs 1 less because my commander is legendary.
My hypersonic Durgan is going to die, and then we're all going to take 9.
And then did you pay for Ristic?
I did not.
So I draw for Ristic.
So 2 creatures dealt damage by Zurgo died, so it gets 2 counters on it. And I got nothing else. I'll pass.
Ouch.
Untap. Upkeep. Drizzle.
Well, that changes everything.
-2. I'm surprised I've tutored this many times and this game is still going.
I'm sure somebody has an answer to it.
Team Mustache is doing pretty good.
I think it might have to come down to which mustache. One mustache to rule them all.
Oh, man. Well, that's just not fair. You got Tom Selleck over there. I look like Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite.
That is not true.
He called your stash to sound like he said he's got Pedro.
That is not true.
Tom Selleck
He is
was
indestructible.
almost Indiana Jones. He turned down the role.
And then he fired his agent.
Sometimes you gotta be accountability if you turn it down.
Shaking the dust out of my
The cookie dusters, that's right. Who can hold the most
Get
cookie
your
dust?
cookie dusters off my devil's lettuce.
Get your dick beaters off my cookie duster. You know what dick beaters are, right? They're your hands.
Oh.
I learned that from a stunt guy.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
I mean, I've always just
cookie
called
does.
my hands sandwich clamps.
Sandwich clams?
Yeah.
That's PG. Unlike Dick.
That's so terrible.
Dick smashers are something else entirely.
Yeah.
Some might say, a horse of a different color.
God. All right. two blue. 3 and 4.
Yeah, what are you doing?
The Constipated Sphinx.
Oh, yeah.
Eh?
You paying 1 for that?
How do I steal you, constipated sphinx?
I will pass the turn.
Okay, untap. Draw. Good.
Are you going to do any responses beforehand?
Nah, who cares? Draw cards.
I will.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, son of a gun.
What were you gonna do?
Nothing. She draws the cards.
All right, well, I'm gonna do my commander again. Only 4 because it's in my hand. John Arenicus is back out. The medieval elf wizard. But sure, I'm gonna do this instead. I'm gonna cast a legendary enchantment called Teferi's Ageless Insight. If you would draw a card except for the first one you draw in your draw steps, draw 2 cards instead.
I'm going to respond to Teferi's Ageless Insight.
Okay, so that's on the stack.
I'm going to pay 2 and cast a taxed Swords to Plowshares, exiling the Sphinx.
You gain 6 life.
You know what?
And then this resolves.
I
No. This is going to resolve, and then I have another response prior to that.
Ageless Insight on the stack.
And then I will pay an untaxed Stroke of Genius. Stroke of Genius.
You
at
couldn't
7.
let me have that.
What is
Only
that?
I draw cards, Eileen.
You get to draw off that one,
You draw 1, and then the
then
Ageless
this-
Insight resolves.
and this resolves. Okay. I have not played a land for turn.
This guy over here with instant tribal.
I'm gonna play Misty Rainforest, lose a life, go get Underground Sea. Okay. Let's go ahead and kill Liliana. And I'll pass.
I'll untap,
All Larry.
draw, Glacial Fortress, I'll pay 7 and cast Swarm Intelligence.
Are you paying for Heuristic?
Yes, I will tax it.
Copies.
Whenever I
instants, and
cast an
sorceries.
instant or sorcery spell, I may copy that spell. I may choose new targets for the copy.
What are you doing now?
I'm gonna pay 5, taking a life, cast a taxed Wilderness Reclamation.
Oh my Aminatou.
At the beginning of
Okay,
your
well,
end step,
that's no longer me.
yeah,
You paid tax.
yes, I tax it. I took the life, passed the turn.
You're untapping. All hands. Yeah.
Found a reliquary tower yet?
I don't
Or
run Reliquary in here. There's too much colored mana requirements.
Decanter of endless water?
That's in consideration. That would work.
Okay.
Taps for colored mana,
It
right?
taps for colored mana, yeah.
That's in consideration.
As soon as you do something, I have a response. But you're gonna like the response.
I'll pay 4 mana for a Helm of the Host.
Are you going to
I'll
pay
respond.
Heuristic?
I will not pay for Ristic.
You will draw 2 cards.
I'll pay 3 and cast an untaxed Naya Charm, copying the mode, return target card from a graveyard to its owner's hand. I will target Chandra's Ignition in your graveyard.
What are you doing?
I'm targeting my own hypersonic dragon with the original.
So Helm of the Host comes in, Hammer of Dazan sees it and allows me to attach it to Zurgo for free. I'll take the bait. I will move to combat. At the beginning of combat, I get a copy of Zurgo. That'll be my copy. I will swing
He's got a higher life total.
7 here, 9, 11 over here.
I can do any at Larry, huh?
The Chandra's Ignition, that will deal some damage to
Don't
Larry.
take the bait. He's at 24.
I mean, he's got answers.
Person you should be trying to kill right now is me. I'm not gonna let you do it this turn. Like, coming at me would make me burn a removal spell.
At least he's honest.
I'm definitely the threat. Like, I just redrew a pile of cards, I'm doubling my instance.
All right, give me a shot. All right. So I'm taking back my declare attackers. Uncle
I see
Skies,
that.
cheers.
There you go. Took it like a champ.
All right.
There you go.
All right, move to combat. Helm of the Host triggers. My face is burning. Get a copy of Zurgo. I'll swing both at Larry.
No blocks prior to damage. I'll cast Crackling Doom. I'll get a copy from Swarm Intelligence.
Are you paying for that?
Yeah, I should probably pay for that. I'm not that much of a scrub. Are you responding to Crackling Doom?
Nope.
There are 2 copies of Crackling Doom on the schedule, or 1 copy and the original. So everybody will take 4 and sacrifice the 2 creatures they control with the greatest power.
Yep.
This costs an ungodly amount.
Then I'll move to my second main, and I will cast this Umezawa's Jita?
Jite.
The stabby thing that Umezawa wields. So it's whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, put 2 charge counters on the Jite, remove a charge counter from it, choose 1. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, or I gain 2 life. I will pass the turn after that.
Equipment, though.
Took me a little
Untap,
bit, yeah.
oh, keep draw. Woo! Plains. Black, white, 4. Play Sorin, Grim Nemesis. He comes in with 6 loyalty, do his +1, unless any blue players got stuff. I'm looking at you, Larry.
No.
Did you pay for Heuristic?
No, go ahead. Helping
I also
my
did
friend
not
out.
pay for it.
Yeah.
He already.
Okay.
I will +1 Sorin to reveal the top card of my library. It is a Swords to Plowshare. Everyone lose 1.
Boop.
Boop.
And I will pass.
Untap. Draw. Command tower for land. I'm gonna tap 10. Recast.
Yeah,
John Irenicus.
Respond to John Irenicus.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap 6, including 1 from my thing, the City of Brass. Untaxed, cast the Aftermath portion of Spring to Mind and draw 2 cards.
What does that do?
It's gonna let you draw 2 cards, and I'm gonna draw 2 cards.
So because you already, yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass, so I gotta discard.
My turn. I will untap, draw. I think that's now the game, guys. pay 2 and cast an untaxed Soulfire Grandmaster.
So I'll draw 2.
2/2 with lifelink. Instant and sorcery spells you control have life. Pay 4, double hybrid is it, and 2 generic. The next time you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand this turn, put that card into your hand instead of your graveyard as it resolves. Activate Deuter, so the next instant or sorcery spell I cast will come back to my hand. I'll pay 5 and cast Rude Awakening, copy it with Swarm Intelligence, untap all lands you control, or until end of turn, lands you control become 2/2 creatures that are still lands. I untap all lands I control twice, and I don't need to tap City of Brass to do the loop, and so I'm generating infinite mana at this point, because I have a copy of Rude Awakening, and
Yeah, so that's going to go back to your hand.
I activated Soulfire Grandmaster with this 4 mana, so that the next time I cast an instant or sorcery, it goes back to my hand as it resolves instead of going to my graveyard. Then I pay 5 and cast Rude Awakening, and I get a copy of that from Swarm Intelligence, and it's going to return to my hand.
Right.
So I'll untap all lands I control twice and get the card back to my hand.
With your initial casting of it, I'll pay 1 to Plowshare the Soulfire Grandmaster.
Swords to Plowshares, the Soulfire Grandmaster.
Paying 1 for Rhystic.
Nope.
Well, I'm not going infinite anymore. Okay.
You've stopped me. I'm going to stop you.
Fair play. So I'll gain 2 life. This is going to get exiled, and I'm going to float 2 mana, losing 1 life, and then I'll untap all my lands, plus 13 floating for 15 mana, and all my mana untapped. Okay. I'll use 8 of this 15 mana and cast Ramos. 7 plus 1 more to cast Rude Awakening Entwined, untapping all my lands again and making them all into 2/2 creatures. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have no more mana. I float 13 mana, lose another 2 life from the City of Brass. That's now in my graveyard. I have 13 mana floating, all my lands untapped. Ramos in play, who has 1 counter. I'll cast Hypersonic Dragon, going to 8, give him 2 more counters.
Back again.
Then I'll cast Hero of Precinct 1.
Rhystic for either one of those?
No, I'll pay the taxes on both. And then I'll cast Selesnya Charm, taxed, going down to 1 mana, and give Hypersonic Dragon +4/+4 and trample until end of turn. And make a 1/1 from Hero of Precinct 1. This goes up to 6. And I will declare the battle and attack my good friend Christian. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for 26 with my lands and 6, so 32 damage. I take 1 from attacking with my...
Yeah, because it says when it becomes tapped.
Yep. That ends my turn, and I untap all my manas.
Untap.
Wilderness Wreck, good card for flashy decks.
Yeah, this is getting kind of dangerous here.
Someone's gonna die.
1, I will cast Giver of Runes. I can tap it, or another target creature I control gains protection from colorless or from the color of my choice until the end of turn.
Where were you? You were supposed to bring balance to the forest, not destroy it.
What are you doing?
I'm paying 7 mana.
Oh, sorry, did you pay Rhystic?
I did not. Go ahead.
We get some answers here.
I'll pay 7 mana for a Cauldron Complete. So it's a living weapon, so it comes in with a germ. Indestructible artifact, and then equipped creature gets +5/+5, has first strike, trample, indestructible, haste, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a creature, exile that creature. So Hammer of Nazan allows me to attach it to the Giver of Runes. Correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
You'll lose the germ, but...
That's fine. I think I need to attack. So I will swing 6 at you.
I'll take 6. Down to 14.
This is a very close game.
I'll pass.
Prior to the end of the turn.
Oh, shit.
Oslo.
Oslo.
Biblioteca.
I will
Chaoses.
pay 12, leaving City of Brass untapped, cast Lavalanche for X equals 9, copied, targeting each of you.
Exacxies. I should have.
Counters?
Chingate.
Okay, are you paying the 1 for heuristic?
No.
Draw 2.
Last chance for
Come
a
on,
counter spell.
please, fucking.
Force of will.
So we're all dead?
Hell yeah.
Just us.
Talk to
No,
it.
he copied it, so I take 9 twice.
No.
No.
It's
It's just them two.
target opponent. Or target player, I guess.
Yeah, and each creature they control.
So we're both dying?
Yep.
I have a lot of cards. That's it.
Fucking clown.
We're
No,
dead.
I've been
Take it
buried
away.
in lava.
Hit me, daddy.
Then I will.
Giving up that dad vibes?
All right. Yes, as a father of 2, soon to be 3, I approve this.
I prefer to call it father figure, dad bod.
Oh my god.
You're at 18 life.
18 life, 2 mana.
Cookie dusters have gotten us.
That's so not fair. I don't like being dusted.
Pay 6 and cast Prime Speaker Zagana. I don't even care about the card draw. I just want to buff him up. And
This should be enough to kill.
yeah, I'll draw 15 cards, declare battle.
Yep. Good game, sir.
Good game. Undefeated, Larry. We're coming for you next
You guys
game.
have to gun on me pretty
We
hard.
got a gun at you.
Eileen, good game.
So mad at you.
Good game. So how was it being on the show again for the third time?
Again, round 3. It was awesome.
You can keep getting close. I know you
Every
want to
time
win
it's
here.
a little closer. Every time so maybe if you have me again, I'll get it.
Yeah,
next
we'll stay later, late game, and we'll see if we can and take his crown down.
time. I got to take the mustache crown back too. I feel like that's been
The
taken away
Selig
from me
versus
too.
Pedro.
Yeah.
Besides that, how did everyone feel about the game? We all had like some good chances.
That was definitely a well-rounded game.
Well, you guys kept removing it, and Bad
Yeah.
Santa wasn't able to beat Bad Santa. Bad Santa was bad nothing.
The entire time, like when you guys were holding up mana, I thought for sure there's going to be some interaction.
I didn't run into one counterspell. There's in there. It's just
I
that's
know.
what happens.
I was looking through the
I only
deck
hit
earlier.
that.
That's how the
The
cookie crumbles. And then it dusted your
And we dusted it up. I should say Larry dusted it up because he did all the work.
Yeah. So are we still doing high shot sauce if you win? Neither one have made the roll.
We are taking a hot shot. I'm not gonna back down here.
Hey, Sky, I need another hot shots class. All right, so
Twice.
since you won,
You
and
were right there.
Uncle Sky's popular demand, Chipotle hot sauce is so amazing. It's really an honor to take a hot shot sauce.
It started as a punishment, but then we all realized how good it is.
It's
Cheers.
there you go, right down the hatch. Gotta love it. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show. Really
Thank you for
appreciate it. You
having
know,
me.
you're all invited back, and we'll keep slinging spicy magic. And next time we'll just all attack Larry.
All right.
Yeah.
Kill Larry.
I'm all right with
Plan.
Oh god.
Larry! Larry. All right, cut. If you want to support I Hate Your Deck, please consider joining our Patreon. It's an excellent community that we have built with people from around the world where we play Magic in our Discord using Spelltable. If you haven't had a chance to play online Magic yet, try out our Discord. It's a great community where people are gaming daily. And every Thursdays we have Commander Day where people play all day and night, but the community's gotten so big, Commander Day is almost every day at I Hate Your Deck. It's time for the Patreon shout-out time. I'd like to thank Michael Roca, Cody Patel, and Reed Butler. Thanks, guys. If you want a shout out, you need to be a tier 4 or tier 5 patron where we give shout outs. Now, we love all of our patrons, but it's just one of the perks of being a tier 4 or tier 5 patron. Without you patrons, we wouldn't be where we are today, and we wouldn't be able to keep making content. So thank you so much for helping us make this show a reality, and we're really excited to keep bringing you great content for the years to come. I can't wait to be able to bring my son on the channel once he gets old enough, let me tell you.
I Hate Your Deck.
Los Angeles is the sunny home of we the Wizards of the West Coast. And the guests we fuck with on this epic show. I hate your deck! Guitar solo! Alright! competition is toe to toe. From Cassius Marsh to fucking Post Malone. The best commanders and the lowest blows. I hate your deck! We're on a roll! Wow! So attack, play your cards and say go. Be you white, blue, black, red, green, or gold. It's a counter spell? What's the deal, bro? I hate your deck! Now enjoy the show.
I hate your deck. Join the I Hate Your Deck Patreon exclusive Discord to get the various benefits and be able to play Commander daily with people from around the world in our global community.